How you doing? It's Sandesh here, and I'm here to do a video, an article on media matters, and it's about Candace Owens, it's called "In Order to Defend Nick Fuentes from Jordan Peterson." Candace Owens discusses how many Jews are in the Biden administration. I will say that she is right what she said when she did that interview with Jimmy Dore when she said that all of a sudden now it's all about we had to load Jewish people, which is true. She's not wrong ever since October December. I'll say from October December it like really ramped up. Anyway, before getting to the article, if you can follow me on X and then subscribe on YouTube, Rumble and Odyssey as well, if you don't mind, please. Here we go. Um, um, Candace Owens, host, says that Jordan Peterson has built himself as somebody who is calm, who is rational, who relies on logic, who is a person who believes in radical free speech. He's now coming to the aid of his daughter and essentially doubling down on calling, which is again a 62-year-old man calling a 24-year-old a rat. What is the reason, by the way? Because we should also say what is it that Nick Fuentes said that garnered that response from Jordan Peterson, and Nick Fuentes wrote one word on Twitter. He wrote Jews. Now, what was that in response to? Well, somebody asked the question. We know Joe Biden is not in control of the White House, and that is true. He definitely ain't in control of the White House. So, who is in control of the White House? And Nick Fuentes wrote a one-worded response: Jews. He's saying Jews are in control of the White House, and that garnered a response from Jordan Peterson, calling him a psychopathic rat. Now, we all know that Nick Fuentes has rebranded himself as somebody who expressively hates Zionism. He expressively hates Israel, and he is saying that Jews in the White House are now obviously in control because Joe Biden is not. I've also heard that that they're also part of that they're also in high positions in like the world banks, like the most powerful banks, as well. Now, to be fair, the Times of Israel has not noted in the past that this is an actual article from them. All the Jews Biden has tapped for top roles in his new administration. This is from back in 2021 when Joe Biden first was inaugurated as president. And it goes on to say Joe Biden filled the months before inauguration day, lining up a slate of cabinet secretaries, assistants, and advisors, many of them Jewish. It goes on to give us a rundown of all the Jewish names, all of the Jews that they are saying are in his cabinet. You have Anthony Blinken, you have David Cohen, the CIA director, David Cohen, the CIA director, excuse me. You have Merrick Garland, the Attorney General. You have Avril Haines, the Director of National Intelligence. You have Ronald Klain, the Chief of Staff. So it seems a weird tweet for him to be so disturbed about. So really, yeah, that Nick Fuentes, yeah, hit the nail on the was pretty much right on the money with that one worded response when he said Jews. To be honest, I like Jordan Peterson. I don't know why he was so angry about this. What he was saying was the truth. These are like really high positions in government. Now again, it's likely because Nick Fuentes has a very long background on focusing his attention on Israel and Zionism, and that's what he is reacting to. Also, because Nick Fuentes has called out Jordan Peterson explicitly for a very long time as somebody who he believes has more of an allegiance to Israel than he does to Western civilization in general. Essentially, that he will put Israel before he will put Canada and before he will put America. Now, I don't know if that's a fair critique of Jordan Peterson, but I do know that it is off brand for him to respond by calling someone a psychopathic rat. I mean, calling somebody an animal when you are bidding yourself right as the calm, rational psychologist, doctor who insists on logic, and that the better idea should win is just by going off brand. That's really strange that he reacted in such a manner that he did. I mean, because I mean, these names that and Candace Owens names you get. I mean, apparently that they are Jewish. I didn't know this, but the thing is, the fact that they are Jewish, and the fact that they are in roles of power in by this government, but also in the FBI and in the um, intelligence community. I mean, that really says a lot. So really, Nick Fuentes was not wrong as far as I'm concerned. Um, yeah, and like I said earlier, if they're in high positions like this, then I reckon that they're in positions in the world banks, and that they've got to be like in Goldman Sachs. The most likely are. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and please like, comment, subscribe on this video, and if you could follow me on and sorry, if you can subscribe on YouTube, Rumble, and Odyssey as well, if you don't mind, please. And let me know in the comments on what you think about Candace Owens, Jordan Peterson, or Nick Fuentes, about what he said about him. Nick Fuentes saying that there are Jewish people that are in very high positions of power. And let me know what you think. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you soon.